a bird called a cassowary, just like the one behind me. It's known as the most dangerous bird in the world.
Oh! Oh! They might look peaceful, perched on branches and filling the air with music, but some birds have a darker side.
What are you gonna do?
Silent hunters, armored bruisers, and fearless street fighters. They're out there, and they're deadly. Whether you're lost in the wild or standing in your own backyard, you could be just one strike away. Join us as we show you 15 of the world's most dangerous birds that attack to kill. Number 15. Emu, Australia's mighty flightless warrior. Picture a bird that stands as tall as a grown man, with dinosaur-like legs and razor-sharp claws. That's no fictional monster. That's the emu, Australia's mighty flightless warrior. Emus are the second largest birds on Earth, right behind ostriches. They can grow up to 6.2 feet tall and weigh a staggering 130 pounds. But don't let their size fool you. These birds are built for speed. With powerful legs that can cover 9 feet in a single stride, emus can sprint at mind-boggling speeds of 30 miles per hour. But what happens when this feathered speedster feels threatened? It transforms into a formidable fighter. Each of the emu's 3-toed feet is armed with a lethal claw that can grow up to 6 inches long. A single kick from those muscular legs can shatter bones, rip through metal fences, and even kill a human. In fact, during World War II, the Australian Army waged a war against a mob of 20,000 emus that were ravaging crops. Machine guns were used, but the birds emerged victorious. That's right. The emus won a war against the Australian military. So, if you ever find yourself face-to-face with an emu in the Australian outback, it's best to give this mighty bird a wide berth. Number 14. Mute Swan, the graceful killer. Gliding serenely across a tranquil pond, the mute swan looks like the embodiment of grace and beauty. But beneath those pristine white feathers lurks a heart of darkness.
Mute swans are not native New Yorkers. They were first brought to this country in the late 1800s by wealthy landowners.
Mute swans are among the heaviest flying birds in the world, with males weighing up to 30 pounds and boasting a wingspan of 8 feet. But it's not their size that makes them deadly, it's their infamous aggression. Fiercely territorial, especially during nesting season, mute swans will viciously attack anything they perceive as a threat. They've been known to capsize kayaks, knock people into the water, and relentlessly pursue intruders, all while delivering powerful blows with their wings that can easily break bones. In one tragic case, a mute swan attacked a man in a kayak, causing him to drown before help could arrive. Not even large dogs are safe from the wrath of these graceful killers. But the danger doesn't stop there. Introduced to North America from Europe, mute swans have become an invasive menace. They aggressively displace native waterfowl, destroy delicate wetland habitats, and have even been known to attack and kill other birds.
Mute swans, if they were to establish themselves in large numbers in upstate lakes.
So, the next time you spot a mute swan gliding across a lake, remember, there's a killer lurking beneath that serene facade. Number 13. Southern Casawary, the dinosaur bird of the rainforest. Deep in the dense rainforests of Australia and New Guinea, a prehistoric terror stalks the undergrowth, its piercing gaze and razor-sharp claws revealing an era when birds, not mammals, ruled the earth. Meet the southern cassowary, a bird so fearsome, so formidable, that it's often referred to as the world's most dangerous bird. With a height of up to 6 feet and a weight of 130 pounds, the cassowary is a true behemoth of the avian world, its muscular legs and dagger-like talons embodying its ancient lineage. But it's not just the cassowary's size that sets it apart, it's the sheer, raw power of its kick. Each of the bird's 3-toed feet is armed with a 5-inch claw, a deadly sickle-shaped weapon that can eviscerate flesh and shatter bone with terrifying ease. When threatened, a cassowary will lash out with these formidable claws, delivering a kick so powerful that it can disembowel a human or even kill a full-grown dog. In fact, cassowary attacks on humans are not uncommon in their native range. In one horrifying incident in 2019, a Florida man was killed by his own captive cassowary after he fell in the bird's enclosure. The cassowary, which the man had raised from a chick, delivered a single, fatal kick to his neck, severing his jugular vein and carotid artery. It was a tragic reminder of the raw, untamed power that lurks within these prehistoric birds. Despite their fearsome reputation, cassowaries are not mindless killing machines. They are shy, reclusive birds that prefer to avoid human contact whenever possible. However, when threatened or cornered, they will not hesitate to defend themselves with a ferocity that belies their rather comical appearance. Number 12. Harpy Eagle, the feathered embodiment of raw power. Deep within the dense rainforests of Central and South America, a massive shadow glides silently through the canopy, its piercing gaze locked onto its unsuspecting prey. This is no ordinary bird of prey. This is the Harpy Eagle, a raptor so powerful and intimidating that it's often referred to as the feathered embodiment of raw power.
Long ago, the majestic and powerful Harpy Eagle was the alpha predator in many parts of Central America.
With a body length of up to 3.5 feet, a wingspan of over 7 feet, and a weight of up to 20 pounds, the Harpy Eagle is one of the largest and most formidable raptors on Earth. But it's not just the Harpy Eagle's size that sets it apart, it's the sheer strength and lethality of its hunting equipment. Each massive foot is armed with talons that can grow up to 5 inches long, capable of exerting a bone-crushing force of over 500 pounds per square inch. To put that into perspective, the Harpy Eagle's grip strength is roughly equivalent to that of a large dog, allowing it to easily dispatch prey as large as sloths, monkeys, and even small deer. The Harpy Eagle's hunting technique is a masterclass in stealth and precision. Soaring high above the canopy, these birds use their keen eyesight to spot potential prey, then drop from the sky like a feathered missile. They strike with such speed and force that their hapless victims are often killed on impact, their necks snapped, or their skulls crushed by the eagle's powerful talons. But it's not just their prey that needs to fear the Harpy Eagle. These birds have been known to aggressively defend their nests against any perceived threat, including humans. In fact, there have been documented cases of Harpy Eagles attacking people who ventured too close to their nesting sites, leaving them with deep puncture wounds and a newfound respect for these mighty raptors. Number 11. Bearded Vulture, the bone-crushing scavenger of the skies. High in the rugged mountains of Europe, Asia, and Africa, a ghostly figure soars on the wind, its piercing gaze scanning the craggy landscape for its next meal. But this is no ordinary vulture. This is the bearded vulture, a scavenger so specialized that it subsists almost entirely on a diet of bone.
Clearly slightly irritated by the sight of a bearded vulture dropping in on their turf.
With a wingspan that can reach up to 9 feet and a set of razor-sharp talons, the bearded vulture is a formidable sight, its distinctive rusty orange plumage and bearded throat giving it an almost regal appearance. But it's the bearded vulture's unconventional dining habits that truly set it apart. Unlike other vultures that feast on rotting flesh, the bearded vulture has a particular taste for bone marrow.
With a wingspan of some 7 feet, the epic outline of a bird dwarfs everything around it.
To access this nutrient-rich prize, these birds employ a bizarre and potentially dangerous technique. They carry large bones high into the sky, then drop them onto rocky outcrops below, shattering them into more manageable pieces. This bone-crushing behavior is not without its risks, both for the vulture and for any unsuspecting creatures below. Soaring to heights of up to 10,000 feet, the bearded vulture will release its bony payload, sending it hurtling towards the ground at breakneck speeds. When the bone shatters against the rocks, sharp fragments can be sent flying in all directions, posing a serious hazard to any nearby wildlife or humans. In fact, there have been documented cases of bearded vultures accidentally injuring or even killing people with their bone-dropping antics. In the remote mountains of Europe and Asia, hikers and shepherds have reported being struck by falling bones, some suffering serious head injuries as a result. Even more shocking are the accounts of bearded vultures mistaking human skulls for potential bone-breaking targets, a chilling reminder of the raw, unflinching nature of these incredible birds. Number 10. The Hoot Owl, silent assassin of the night.
Is a hoot for local birdwatchers. 2 great horned owls, known by some as the rock stars of the neighborhood, are getting plenty of attention.
In the darkened forests of the United States and southeastern Canada, a silent assassin lurks, waiting for the perfect moment to strike. Meet the Hoot Owl, also known as the northern barred owl, a bird so territorial and aggressive that it has been blamed for human fatalities. With a wingspan reaching 43 inches and weighing up to 1.8 pounds, these birds may seem small compared to other avian predators, but their stealth and ferocity more than make up for their size. Hoot owls are fiercely defensive of their territories, employing a haunting hooting call and powerful talons to chase away intruders. But it's their attacks on unsuspecting hikers that have earned them a chilling reputation. These owls have been known to silently swoop down upon their human victims, striking with their razor-sharp talons and causing severe injuries. In one grim case, a hoot owl was even implicated in a hiker's tragic death. But what makes these birds such formidable predators? For one, their silent flight allows them to ambush their prey with terrifying efficiency. Their soft feathers muffle the sound of their wings, rendering them nearly impossible to detect until it's too late. Moreover, their powerful talons can apply a bone-crushing 500 pounds per square inch of pressure, ensuring that their victims have little chance of escape. So, if you find yourself wandering through the dimly lit forests of North America, keep your wits about you. The hoot owl might just be watching, waiting for the perfect moment to strike. Number 9. Paragan Falcon, the feathered Formula One. High above the clouds, a feathered Formula One racer soars, scanning the landscape below for unsuspecting prey. Meet the Paragan Falcon, the world's fastest bird and one of the most lethal aerial predators on the planet. Boasting a top speed of 186 miles per hour, this avian speedster can outpace even the swiftest of supercars. But it's not just their speed that makes them deadly, it's their unrivaled hunting prowess. Paragan falcons are found on every continent except Antarctica, adapting to a wide range of habitats from rocky cliffs to urban skyscrapers. These birds are highly territorial, fiercely defending their domains against any perceived threat, including hapless humans who wander too close to their nests. With razor-sharp talons and a hooked beak that can tear flesh like a hot knife through butter, the Paragan falcon is a formidable foe. But it's the paragan's hunting technique that truly sets it apart. Soaring high above its prey, the falcon will suddenly tuck its wings and plummet towards the earth in a breathtaking dive called a stoop. Reaching speeds of over 200 miles per hour, the falcon will strike its target with a force that can instantly kill a bird twice its size. The impact is so violent that the prey is often decapitated by the sheer force of the blow. So, the next time you spot a Paragan falcon perched atop a skyscraper or soaring through the skies, take a moment to appreciate the raw power and deadly precision of this feathered Formula One. Number 8. Herring Gull, the feathered thug. Picture a bird that's the avian equivalent of a street thug, a feathered hooligan that's not afraid to get in your face and take what it wants. Meet the herring gull, a bird so bold and brazen that it's become the bane of beachgoers and city dwellers alike. In Europe, the European herring gull has adapted to urban life with alarming success, using its intelligence and aggression to thrive in a world of concrete and asphalt.
And in this video, I'm going to tell you everything you need to know about herring gulls.
Meanwhile, across the pond, the American herring gull has earned a reputation as a belligerent beggar, harassing hapless humans for their food. But don't let their fondness for French fries fool you. These birds are no laughing matter. With a wingspan that can reach over 5 feet and a body weight of nearly 3 pounds, herring gulls are formidable opponents. Their razor-sharp beaks and powerful wings can deliver painful blows, and they're not afraid to use them. In fact, herring gulls have been known to attack people, leaving them with deep gashes, black eyes, and even concussions. But it's during the breeding season that these birds ramp up their aggression to a whole new level. Fiercely territorial, herring gulls will dive bomb any perceived threat to their nests, be it a wayward beachgoer or an unlucky passerby. They've been known to coordinate their attacks, with one gull distracting the victim while another swoops in to snatch their food. In one tragic case, a man in Cornwall even suffered a fatal heart attack after being repeatedly attacked by a pair of herring gulls. So, the next time you're enjoying a peaceful day at the beach, keep a watchful eye on the skies above. The herring gull, nature's feathered thug, might just be sizing you up for its next heist. Number 7. Pitohoi, the toxic songbird of New Guinea. Deep in the lush rainforests of New Guinea, a small songbird flits through the trees, its vibrant plumage a stunning display of black, orange, and white. But beware, for this is no ordinary bird. This is the Pitohoi, one of the few poisonous birds known to science. The Pitohoi's skin and feathers are laced with a potent neurotoxin called batrachotoxin, the same lethal substance found in the notorious poison dart frogs of Central and South America.
These Pitohois are jay-sized birds with very strong, sharp beaks and big claws, and they can easily scratch your hands.
The most notorious species, the hooded Pitohoi, may be small, measuring just 8.5 inches long and weighing a mere 2.8 ounces, but its toxins pack a punch. When researchers first studied these birds in the 1990s, they experienced burning sensations, numbness, and sneezing just from handling the feathers. Ingesting even a tiny amount of the Pitohoi's flesh could be fatal, leading to paralysis, muscle failure, and a rapid, painful death. But here's the twist. The Pitohoi doesn't produce these toxins on its own. Instead, it acquires them through its diet, primarily by feasting on a specific species of beetle that naturally produces batrachotoxin. By consuming these beetles, the Pitohoi essentially turns itself into a living, breathing poison factory. Indigenous hunters in New Guinea have long known of the Pitohoi's toxic nature and wisely avoid hunting or handling these birds. So, the next time you find yourself wandering through the dense jungles of New Guinea and spot a small, colorful bird, take a moment to appreciate the Pitohoi, nature's stunning yet deadly songbird. Number 6. Australian Magpie, the monochrome menace down under. In the land down under, a black and white terror takes to the skies each spring, striking fear into the hearts of unsuspecting pedestrians and cyclists alike. Meet the Australian magpie, a bird so fiercely territorial that it's been labeled a public safety hazard during its breeding season.
The Australian magpie could be considered, especially for those in the suburbs, as the most serious feathered menace in the world.
But what sets this avian assailant apart from other aggressive birds is its uncanny ability to recognize and remember human faces, allowing it to target specific individuals with ruthless precision. From August to October, magpies across Australia engage in a behavior known as swooping, dive-bombing perceived threats to their nests with astonishing speed and agility. These aerial attacks are no mere displays of bravado. Magpies have been known to cause serious injuries, leaving victims with gashes, concussions, and even eye damage. In one tragic incident, a magpie attack caused a baby to fall from her mother's arms, resulting in the infant's untimely death. But perhaps the most unsettling aspect of the Australian magpie's behavior is its capacity for facial recognition. These intelligent birds can remember the faces of individuals who have previously threatened their nests, singling them out for attack even years later. Cyclists, who often bear the brunt of magpie swooping, have resorted to attaching cable ties to their helmets as makeshift deterrents, while others have taken to wearing wide-brimmed hats or even donning bizarre-looking magpie-proof sunglasses. Despite their fearsome reputation, Australian magpies are actually highly intelligent and socially complex birds.
The magpie is a very intelligent bird, so intelligent it has always beat me in Scrabble.
They are one of the few avian species known to engage in cooperative behavior, working together to defend their territories and raise their young. However, this intelligence and social sophistication only serve to make their targeted attacks all the more unnerving. Number 5. Crowned Eagle, the leopard of the skies. In the dense forests of sub-Saharan Africa, a powerful predator soars above the canopy, its keen eyes scanning the landscape for unsuspecting prey. This is no ordinary raptor. This is the crowned eagle, a bird so fearsome that it's earned the chilling moniker, the leopard of the skies. With a wingspan that can reach up to 6 feet and a body weight of 11 pounds, the crowned eagle is a formidable hunter, capable of taking down prey as large as small antelopes and even, in rare cases, human children.
The African crowned eagle is the most powerful eagle in Africa. It is the largest forest-dependent raptor across the continent.
The crowned eagle's hunting prowess is the stuff of legend. Its legs are armed with razor-sharp talons that can grow up to 3.5 inches long, capable of delivering a bone-crushing grip with a force of over 700 pounds per square inch. These powerful talons allow the eagle to dispatch its prey with surgical precision, often killing with a single, well-placed strike to the skull or spinal cord. But what makes the crowned eagle's hunting style truly terrifying is its stealthy approach. These birds are masters of ambush, using dense foliage to conceal their presence until the last possible moment. Tragically, the crowned eagle's reputation as a child killer is not entirely undeserved. In 1924, the grisly remains of a 3-year-old child were discovered in South Africa, bearing the unmistakable puncture wounds of a crowned eagle's talons. While such attacks on humans are exceedingly rare, they serve as a chilling reminder of the raw power and predatory instincts possessed by these majestic birds. Number 4. Ostrich, the feathered titan of the savannah. Picture a bird that stands taller than most men, with legs as powerful as pistons and a kick that can shatter bones. This is no prehistoric relic. This is the ostrich, the largest living bird on Earth. Native to the vast savannas of Africa, the ostrich is a true titan of the avian world.
The largest living species of bird in the world, the ostrich is native to Africa.
Standing up to 9 feet tall and weighing a staggering 350 pounds. But it's not just their size that sets them apart. It's their incredible speed and raw, untamed power. Despite their bulk, ostriches are built for speed, capable of sprinting at a mind-boggling 43 miles per hour. To put that into perspective, that's faster than most cars are allowed to travel in residential areas. But what happens when this feathered juggernaut feels threatened? It unleashes a kick so powerful, so devastating, that it can kill a fully grown lion or even a human with a single well-placed blow. Each of the ostrich's massive legs is tipped with a 4-inch claw, a formidable weapon that can rip through flesh like a hot knife through butter.
The ostrich moves a bit like if Segway took a stab at reinventing the horse.
When threatened, an ostrich will lash out with these powerful legs, delivering a kick that can generate a force of over 2,000 pounds per square inch. That's more than enough to shatter a human skull or collapse a rib cage like a house of cards. In fact, there have been numerous documented cases of ostriches killing humans, often with a single, fatal kick. In one tragic incident, a South African farmer was disemboweled by his own ostrich after he accidentally startled the bird while feeding it. The ostrich's kick was so powerful that it tore a hole straight through the man's abdomen, spilling his intestines onto the ground in a gruesome display of avian fury. Despite their fearsome reputation, ostriches are not inherently aggressive birds. They are primarily herbivores, subsisting on a diet of roots, leaves, and seeds. However, during the breeding season or when guarding their nests, these birds can become fiercely territorial, attacking anything that dares to encroach upon their domain. So, if you ever find yourself face to face with an ostrich in the wild, it's best to give this feathered titan a wide berth. After all, you don't want to end up on the wrong side of those bone-crushing claws. Number 3. Great Horned Owl, the silent assassin of the night. As darkness falls across the forests of North America, a ghostly figure glides silently through the trees, its piercing yellow eyes scanning the undergrowth for unsuspecting prey. This is no ordinary bird. This is the Great Horned Owl, a nocturnal hunter so silent, so stealthy, that it's often referred to as the silent assassin of the night. With a wingspan of up to 5 feet and a body weight of 5.5 pounds, the Great Horned Owl is a formidable predator, capable of taking down prey much larger than itself. But what makes the Great Horned Owl truly terrifying is its hunting prowess. With specialized feathers that muffle the sound of its wings, this owl can swoop down upon its prey in near total silence, its razor-sharp talons outstretched to deliver a fatal strike. The force of the owl's grip is astounding, with a crushing power of over 500 pounds per square inch. That's enough to snap the spine of a rabbit or crush the skull of a small dog in a single vice-like squeeze. However, it's not just their prey that needs to fear the Great Horned Owl. These birds have been known to attack humans, particularly during the nesting season. In one harrowing incident, a jogger in Oregon was repeatedly dive-bombed by a great horned owl, the bird's razor-sharp talons tearing through his scalp and leaving him bloodied and disoriented. In another case, a hiker in Kansas was attacked so viciously by a great horned owl that he required stitches to close the deep gashes on his head and neck. Despite their fearsome reputation, great horned owls play a crucial role in maintaining the balance of their forest ecosystems. By preying on a wide range of small mammals, birds, and even other raptors, they help keep populations in check and prevent overgrazing and habitat destruction. However, as human development continues to encroach upon the great horned owl's territory, conflicts between these powerful predators and humans are becoming increasingly common. Number 2. Northern goshawk, the feathered fury of the forest. In the dense, shadowy forests of the northern hemisphere, a feathered fury lurks among the branches, its piercing red eyes and razor-sharp talons, a chilling reminder of the raw, untamed power of nature. Meet the northern goshawk, a bird of prey so fearless, so aggressive, that it's been known to attack anything that dares to cross its path, including humans. With a wingspan of up to 4 feet and a body weight of 3 pounds, the northern goshawk is a formidable hunter, capable of taking down prey as large as a hare or a grouse with lightning-fast speed and precision. But it's not just the goshawk's size and strength that make it a force to be reckoned with. It's the sheer, unbridled ferocity of its hunting style. When pursuing prey, the goshawk will fly at breakneck speeds through the dense underbrush, weaving and dodging through the trees with incredible agility. Once it has its target in sight, the goshawk will launch itself like a feathered missile, its talons outstretched to deliver a fatal blow. However, it's not just their prey that needs to fear the northern goshawk. These birds have been known to attack humans with a fury that borders on the pathological. In one terrifying incident in Finland, a man was hospitalized after being repeatedly dive-bombed by a goshawk while walking through the woods. The bird's razor-sharp talons tore through the man's scalp and face, leaving him bloodied and in need of medical attention. Despite their fearsome reputation, northern goshawks are not bloodthirsty killers. They are highly territorial birds that will fiercely defend their nests and hunting grounds from any perceived threat. Unfortunately, as human development continues to encroach upon the goshawk's habitat, conflicts between these powerful raptors and humans are becoming increasingly common. So, if you find yourself walking through the forests of the northern hemisphere, be sure to keep your wits about you. The northern goshawk, the feathered fury of the forest, might just be watching from the shadows, ready to defend its domain with a vengeance. Number 1. Snowy owl, the ghost of the Arctic. In the frozen, windswept tundra of the Arctic,
a snowy owl. Snowy owls are the heaviest owl in North America.
A ghostly figure drifts silently across the snow, its piercing yellow eyes scanning the landscape for any sign of movement. This is no ordinary bird. This is the snowy owl, a raptor so perfectly adapted to the harsh, unforgiving conditions of the far north that it seems almost otherworldly. With a wingspan of up to 4 feet 8 inches and a body weight of 6.5 pounds, the snowy owl is one of the largest and most powerful owls in the world, capable of taking down prey as large as a hare or even a small fox. But what makes the snowy owl truly terrifying is its hunting prowess. With its brilliant white plumage and nearly silent flight, the snowy owl is virtually invisible against the snow, allowing it to swoop down upon its prey with deadly precision. The force of the owl's attack is staggering, with its razor-sharp talons capable of crushing the skull of a small mammal or tearing through the thick fur of a hare with ease. However, it's not just their prey that needs to fear the snowy owl. These birds have been known to attack humans, particularly during the breeding season. In one harrowing incident, a researcher in the Arctic was repeatedly dive-bombed by a snowy owl while studying the bird's nesting habits. The owl's razor-sharp talons tore through the researcher's parka and left deep gashes in her scalp and face, requiring medical attention. Despite their fearsome reputation, snowy owls play a crucial role in the delicate ecosystem of the Arctic. By preying on lemmings and other small rodents, they help keep populations in check and prevent overgrazing of the fragile tundra vegetation. However, as climate change continues to alter the landscape of the far north, the snowy owl's habitat is becoming increasingly threatened. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.